All right, pop, 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 another server drop. We are back again, ready for another episode in our web hacking series. This one is also going to be talking about XSS. This is part 2. First episode, we get your wet your whistle a little bit on the XSS stuff, and we did a little bit of joke stuff where it pops up little messages, and that's about it. Nothing really crazy malicious, but just introducing you to how the language works and how XSS works in general. So we're going to move into something a little bit more malicious as we go. Now, if you were to ever go ahead and log into a web page, let's say it was a secure page, like maybe your bank, maybe your Facebook, or whatever it have you, where it's a secure site, HTTPS, whatever, and you log in, well, they're going to give you what they call a session ID, okay, and that's to keep it stateful. And the idea that because HTTP by itself is not stateful, but to give you a little bit of session state, they put these things they call cookies or session IDs in place. Now, the idea is that on the session that you're logged into currently, you will have that session ID so that you don't have to log in every single time you click on different pages. Like I'm logged in right now on this site. If I were to click on one of these over here, I don't want to have to log in again and then click here and then log in again and then click here and log in again. That'd be a pain in the butt. We don't want to do that. So they have these session IDs that go across an entire session. Now, if I were to actually, as a bad guy, find out what your session ID is, the goal of a bad guy is to log in as you using your session ID. Now in Firefox, which is the one I like to use for my hacking stuff as it were, with Firefox you have a variety of different tools that you can use, and one of them is called a cookie editor. Okay, I have a cookie editor as part of my actual Firefox deal that I've got set up here. And let me see if I can get the menu bar tools right here. So the Cookies Manager Plus is a free plugin, and it allows me to take a cookie, as it were, or a session ID, like this one here, and it allows me to edit it. And you see this session ID? I could get rid of this and actually put your session ID that I've captured in here. If I were to do that, close it and save it, and then refresh the page, I should be logged in as you. Don't have to worry about cracking passwords or any of that stuff. I'm able to log in as you because it's your session. Now, you're probably thinking, well, there's got to be steps that people do to stop that. Well, there are. I mean, there are some times where they'll say, well, we're not going to allow you to use the same session ID and log in from 2 different IP addresses, right? Something like that. And that is a way to mitigate it. But not all sites put that into place. So, again, we're just kind of banking on the fact that the site is vulnerable and does not care what IP address I log into the session ID or how many times I log into a session ID. So we're going to go ahead and give it another name. We'll just say XSS again. And this time we're going to go ahead and do a script bracket. And I think what we'll do is we don't have the capability, I don't have the capability with this particular web app environment to mail or send it to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to display the session ID so you guys can see that this particular script can grab the session ID, but you would use another type of JavaScript like mail to or something like that to send it to you so that you can use it immediately. But just for demonstration purposes for today, I'm just going to show you how it shows your session ID. So we'll say document dot cookie, and did I misspell that? No, that's good. Okay. So I'll say document.cookie, do the parentheses, we'll do our script tag at the end, like so, and sign guestbook, and poppity pop, pop, pop. There is the session ID. So this number here is the one that I would put in at that other set, at that cookie editor that I was talking about. And if I were to refresh the page, I should be able to log in directly as you. So pretty cool stuff on that one right there. Now, we're going to take it even a step further and create and clear this database here. And we're going to go ahead and directly compromise a system in the next video. You're probably thinking, oh man, you were about to just show us. Well, we're running out of time on this video. I have to keep them short and piffy. So we're going to go ahead and do a part 3. So make sure you guys pop into the next video, check it out. We're going to go ahead and physically break into a machine now from a cross-site script from somebody's forum and compromise their server and get shell access on that machine. It would be pretty awesome, so make sure you come by and check out the goodies. Have a good day.